Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Three Kobolds Gaming, where we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and tonight we continue our Heroes of Absalom campaign, and we answer one simple question.
What is it?
What's the question, William?
When fantasy RPG players gather as a group in a campaign, inevitably they will try to kill death itself. Is that possible? We will find out.
Yeah,
I love that game show.
surely.
How are we feeling, everybody?
I'm so excited. I cannot
I'm-
tell you.
Pumped. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Truthfully, I'm pretty exhausted, but I'm gonna get excited as soon as we actually start playing.
I'm
Emily
excited
Grace is
for
gonna be
Baxter to not be unconscious.
Emily Grace is gonna be like this. Like a slope upwards the whole
Yeah.
time. Ben and I are like here. We're just gonna crash as soon as we miss our first attack. Just gonna bottom out.
It can only go up from here for Baxter.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's on the ground.
I'm feeling hopeful.
Emily Grace, would
Feeling hopeful.
some really cool artwork put you in a better gaming mood?
Is it my artwork?
No. But it
Oh,
is
is it the
Paizo
creature?
official. No. It is Paizo official artwork, though.
Okay, then sure. Let's give it a shot.
Please enjoy this rendition of. Give me 2 seconds
blur.
here.
Yeah, the blur.
We'll just slap off that blur real quick. Please enjoy this rendition of somebody failing the test of the Starstone.
It's still blurry.
Wow.
There's a big light glare on it too. It's and your blur is still on.
There's a lot going on.
There's a
It's
lot.
so
of,
good.
it's really hard to see.
It's a nice
Yeah.
rock.
I believe you. It's really good.
It's very good art.
How's that?
That's cool.
Oh, okay. That is really cool.
This guy tried to summon an illusory boat to get himself
Looks like-
across.
Looks like Ben.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Hey now.
And he's falling into the chasm.
It really does. Look at his face.
He's got that long, voluptuous beard with
Yeah.
bangles in it.
Just like Ben.
Just like
just
me.
like that. Yeah, no, I'm super excited. I was telling my players, but once you get past 14th, 15th level, and especially so in single creature combats, these creatures just cheat in terms of the mechanics of the game. And it's not technically cheating, but there's a kind of balancing mechanic, if you will, in most of these games that we play, based around the term or thought of action economy, right? How much can each player or the party as a collective, how many things can they do in a single round versus the creatures? And one of the big problems is that if the creatures play by the same rules and there's fewer creatures, there are less things that they can do in a single round. So in order to make it a challenge, they have to be more impactful things that they do. One of the biggest examples that we've seen thus far of this is a single reaction to teleport to a creature's space to make an attack of opportunity that automatically interrupts if it hits.
Crazy. It's
That's
awesome.
nuts.
That's amazing.
That is insane value from a Pathfinder 2nd Edition standpoint.
And let's not pretend like we're not doing the same thing. Like I have a 1 action ability or a 2 action ability that's like a step and a strike for flat-footed.
Mm-hmm.
I have quick draw is literally the first cheat of action economy that anybody can get. You draw and strike in the same action.
Yeah.
Bastro, your laughing shadow focus spell is a 1 action, like teleport and then strike.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, or go invisible. Yeah.
or
it's-
go invisible at 10th level.
Yeah.
Like 1 action for 3 actions of stuff. It's just these creatures just do it way better because they're a strictly higher level than we are. So we just get exposed on how little
Mhm.
on the lesser action economy that we actually have.
And it only gets crazier because as you get into spellcasters and stuff and creatures that can cast spells, which is a whole other set of nonsense, you just start getting things that have constant abilities, like the constant ability to say see invisibility. That has been popping up here and there since 12th level, I think. So yeah, They don't even have to spend the actions to cast that spell on themselves.
Awesome.
It's just it's cool. And as a GM, getting to run these insane creatures, I'm constantly looking at these things and being like, "There's no way, right? There's no way these guys can be expected to fight that." And then they do, and it's fine. So, you all have never been punished, so yeah. Why don't we pick up where we left off? Unless I have any arguments. Anybody else? Any other
None.
ideas?
None from me.
Cool. As long as we're all on the same page here.
Go right ahead, monsieur.
Do a little bit of reminiscing on days long past. The Star Watch showed up to take custody of Jonas Flackfatter. Finally, after a brief delay past when you thought they'd be there. Caused a little bit of anxiety amongst the crew. A little bit of paranoia as the Star Watch arrives and you all put him through the ringer, basically, in just like a simple, what was in their mind a simple handoff. You guys are putting all these qualifiers on it.
Never, ever with us. Never a simple handoff.
One of the big issues is that Harlow Dolene, the right-hand assistant of Winsel Starborn, the acting Primarch, the one who gave you this mission in the first place, was not here like he said he was going to be to pick up Jonas. You talk to Uriel, the acting commander of this group, when he comes to pick up Jonas, and he's like, yeah, we don't know what happened to him. He disappeared, but we still have a job to do here. There's some back and forth, some checks to make sure he's not lying. You inspect everyone, everything, the inside of the carriage, and then as Flackfatter is taken off of Sheethra to be put into the carriage, everything goes cold. The brightness of the morning around you dims as a specter of death itself just arrives next to Flackfatter, taking a big old swing of his scythe and taking a chunk out of him. Flackfatter has now suffered multiple hits, multiple injuries from this creature, as well as a number of the guard just being outright dead. On top of that, the last thing that we saw at the bottom of round 3 was Bastro attempting to heal himself, the aforementioned attack of opportunity coming in as it teleported 15 or 20 feet directly next to him, slapped him with the scythe, and would have interrupted the heal if it did not already put him unconscious.
Wow.
We are going to continue at the bottom of the round with the organ. This guard will step up here, and with the assistance of, I don't know, like 2 of the other guards that are standing there, will gently deposit Bastro in front of Fearon.
Deposit. That works.
Gently deposit.
Yeah, I mean, they're all like, they can very obviously tell that the guards that have died are like omega dead due to the lack of various limbs off of their body.
Yeah, you're getting sliced in half.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like
Bastro being
diagonally.
hardier than your standard Star Watch guard
Average, yeah.
is not as decapitated, just mostly decapitated.
Mostly dead.
Exactly.
But
Kind of falling off. To the scratch.
So these 3 that are like right around him all kind of grab him, get him behind that one. Some more of these guys, unless anybody says anything to object will step up.
Round.
Fill it in.
We've got Uriel right here. The green dot, the commander
Yep,
here.
green dot.
We're gonna get 6 attacks, 7,
Why
8
not? attacks.
So we're just gonna rapid fire this guy. What's his AC again?
Eventually, one of them has to crit, right?
Eventually, one of them might. Never mind.
The real question is, does a natural 20
3.
only regular fail
4.
and not crit fail?
I've got 1 regular hit.
Hey!
6.
Oh, that's way better than I was expecting
7,
already.
8. Okay. 1 regular hit coming in. They've all got a shield and like a billy club. Exactly what you want when you're fighting an aspect of death.
Really club.
And you realized very quickly that they stopped trying to raise their shield because it was not making a difference. So now that they are literally all piling in to protect their community and just bum rushing this thing.
Get him, boys.
She will actually do 17 points of damage
Oh,
on this
okay.
thing.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
Ma'am.
You know, she's got that striking. You know,
Striking room. All right.
but that is Zagard's. Top of round 4. Fearin. There's a
So I've
lot
been
of talk
thinking a lot-
pre-stream, yes.
Yeah. I could 3-action heal, but I am nervous about that taking me invisible, and I realize there's an ability I've never used yet. That it's not like a crazy ability, it's just something I haven't done. Because I want Bastro to be as hardy as possible. So, first 2 actions, I'm going to cast a 4th level heal on Bastro. First 2 actions. So that will be. That is amazing.
That
is
is
a
pretty
48.
great.
Wow.
58 points of healing.
58
Oh my
HP.
god.
With an 8,
That's-
an
holy
8, and a
crap.
6 on 4d8. Holy.
That's awesome.
Incredible.
That's exactly
My
what I needed.
third action is just going to be me moving 10 feet back and 10 feet forward because I just don't want to lose haste.
Mm-hmm.
And then my 4th action, I'm going to command Veers, my familiar. Something I haven't done yet. And I'm going to command him to use one of the abilities that he has, which is spellcasting. And he is going to cast a 2nd level 2-action heal on Bastro.
Amazing.
What?
That is dumb. I love it.
That's pretty cool.
So I command Veers, and you see the tattoo on Fearin's arm just well up, and healing magic pours out.
That's so cool.
And you get a 2nd level heal spell, 2 actions.
Very
So
nice. So
2d8
Bastro,
plus 16
you're wounded 1
or
and prone,
25 more HP.
conscious and drained,
Yep.
With 83 hit points.
with at least 83 hit points.
Yep. That's exactly
my turn.
Obviously.
I mean, just massive. Just massive turn.
Pretty different from where you started Fearin's turn.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I realized I had this command ability that I just haven't used yet, and basically all my familiar abilities are about like either healing or focus spells. So I was like, sure.
Insane. Next up is going to be Kashak.
All right, here's the deal. I'm just gonna crit fish a recall knowledge.
Okay.
Screw it. Why not?
That is going
I
to
need it.
be a
Religion,
religion.
right?
I need a natural 20. I have a plus 19. So I need something here. I did not get it. So, I think that was his crystal eye was making the check, not himself. So it's like looking around, but he just kind of like feels it doing something with him. Before he will step to the side and fire his first attack against flat-footed AC with parting shot. Natural 3. And then
Tough.
let's just shoot again with the hasted action. 35 against regular is going to miss. Unfortunate.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yes,
that's
it
right.
is. Okay. Shithra,
Shield bite.
go ahead and roll 2d20 and take the lower for me.
31.
Not quite gonna do it.
No.
Okay. It is now Bastro's turn.
All right. Astro is on the ground, but he's conscious. He's going to first action, stand up. Second action, he's gonna run over here real quick. And then, so he keeps the haste.
You
Two
guys do
actions
know that
left.
if you don't use the action, you don't lose it, right?
I thought,
Unless I'm wrong
What?
about that.
I mean,
You'll
well, it
lose the
doesn't,
haste,
it doesn't
no.
matter. It doesn't matter because it still means I can only use 3 actions if I don't use it. I can see don't lose it, but I'd still want to run over there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
you don't lose haste.
I just wanted to make that very clear. Because the way that both you and Ben phrased it made
Well,
it seem like you would
Ben
lose.
said it, I believed him 100%. Like,
You
I was like,
just-
oh yeah,
you
that must
have
be
an
the last
extra
line.
action,
I did not read it.
it's an extra action to strike or stride. If you don't use one of those 2 actions, you just don't have the 4th action.
Yeah, Ben, I think you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I was. I'm wrong.
So the round, it can still use attack of opportunity arrow, right? Or is that
It
Is it the
can.
bottom of the
It
round?
cannot.
it cannot? That's what I thought.
It
2
does
action
not get a
heal
reaction
myself.
back until the beginning of its turn.
2 action level 3 heal myself.
It takes a reaction.
I would cry.
It takes the special reaction that it has only for healing spell prevention.
I'm gonna give
prevent
it
you
legendary actions from 5th edition.
We've seen Oski get a second reaction before. It is
It's
possible.
true. It's true.
Low rolls, 21 points. I'll take it.
You're still
Wait, did you say third level? That's a. You
Yeah.
just did a second level.
I
That's a
did.
second
didn't
level
I?
heal. Yeah, so 1d8 plus 8 more.
Can you even cast second level spells?
You even know how to cast spells.
I do. It's it's my witch archetype.
That's right. Yeah. Stupid Maguses don't know how
You
to
should
cast
have
first level
another-
spells.
Another
Feel-
d8 plus 8.
Only reason I can cast first level spells is because I have the Magi ring or something. All right, so another 14. That works.
That's way more healing than you started to.
That's
Not
what, like
full, but
125
I'm-
HP?
Yeah.
It's like a 118 at this point. Yeah.
Just catching a 4th, a 3rd, and a 2nd level heal in the span of 4 people's turns.
Yeah.
And then Peter's going to pull out a wand from my bag.
Okay.
Cool.
Interested to see what that
The
wand can do.
Only wand I have.
That the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. What are we doing here today? What does this look like? Ooh. Do they have? They do have attack of. Okay. All my guards have attack of opportunity, so I'm gonna make 3 attacks of opportunity real quick. Miss.
Holy crap.
Miss. Miss. Okay. That was easy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. It is going to rise up into the air. 5,
Great.
Oh?
10, 15. Yeah, it's got plenty of movement. To get right about here. It's now just like floating, its cloak billowing out under it. There's just blackness inside as it is now floating just above that one guard. I don't know if it's updated yet.
No,
It does
I'm
not look
refreshing.
like it's updating. It's going above the guard directly to Jonas's right,
I figured.
and it's going to try to hit Jonas.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's only like 5 feet off the ground, or like 10 feet off the ground.
It's like hovering directly above this guard who is
Yeah,
freaking out. Ooh, not a great roll. That is going to be only a 37. I've got to flip.
Surely that is him.
I've got to flip to my Jonas stat block.
Is Jonas is still like sensory deprivation chambered, right?
Yes.
Or did we take that off? Yeah.
It will hit him. It will hit him for a significant chunk of damage. In who's next to him? Kashak and Diana's minds. You hear a voice that just says, "Please let me help. I don't want to die. I can help you fight this thing." He takes a lot of damage as he gets another vicious slash. This man's being brutalized by a Grim Reaper while bound, gagged, blindfolded, cotton stuffed in his ears.
Rough way to go.
Yeah, it's a tough life out here.
Sucks.
Maybe you shouldn't have killed all those people.
Yeah, maybe.
Allegedly.
Don't you allegedly, mate.
So,
He has not been convicted of any crimes.
we ain't the police.
Yeah, I don't trust the justice system.
Did you see him murder anybody? Hearsay.
Pretty sure.
Hearsay.
Pretty sure we did.
He hasn't murdered anybody in front of you.
Sure.
That's 2 actions from it. It'll take a 3rd action. And just that one's gone. It'll take a 4th action.
The third action is delete cop.
Yeah.
Just delete that guard from the world.
Emily Grace. Go ahead and roll d20 on evens. I won't attack you. On odds, it will attack you.
You almost want this one. It's got to be at like map minus 10, right?
Evens, it won't attack you. Boop.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. Just action to delete.
I mean, like, I could theoretically roll it, but like I'd have to roll a natural 1, and then I'd have to roll super low on my damage.
Well, just give me
So,
2d20. Yeah, even that, like.
19. 5.
Yeah, you delete NPC.
That is my right as God. Diana, it's your turn.
All right. Oh gosh.
What does this
Okay.
kineticist do?
I am going first action, strike with my gosh, what's it called again? My spring-based power distributor. I don't know how far away he is technically from me, but
Technically
I
5
have.
feet.
Well, okay,
He's in
well,
melee range.
perfect. Then I can do it with 1 action in that case. I don't have to spring it back.
He'd be the exact same distance if you imagine that you're looking at yourself from the side. He is up and over 1 square.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
really hard.
Yes.
Yes!
By all
Love
means.
Punch death.
Cyberpunk.
40.
Cyberpunch 2077. 40. 40.
Yeah,
That's a hit.
nice. Oh gosh, what do I do for damage with this thing?
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
You had so
um,
much time today.
Yeah, false, first of all. Okay.
Just gonna
I'm
jam
so
out.
sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Do you have striking?
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember what my base damage dice is.
I believe it's a D8.
It's for an Atlas. Let me see. It's a D6. It's a D6.
Should have taken
Okay.
the D8. Should have had a D8.
Should have had a D8.
I'm trying to be honest.
I appreciate that.
Okay. 9 plus my strength, which is 4, so 13 plus anything from it being a +1 striking. Does anything happen?
Striking just gives you the second damage die.
Just the second damage
Yeah.
dice. Okay, so 13.
It is flat-footed. No, it's not. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage from the uppercut. That's your first action.
For my second action, I'm gonna command Sterling to come here, boy. He's gonna scurry over here, and he's gonna attack.
Okay.
Gosh, what is his attack modifier? Goodness gracious.
It's at least a 6.
It's +21.
This is on the job training.
I don't think a 32 is gonna hit.
It will not, but I appreciate the attempt.
Okay, so I commanded. I
2 more.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to. Okay, does my elemental blast make him roll?
Your elemental blast should be
Is
an
that
attack
an
roll.
attack? Okay, dang. I should have done something that wasn't an attack. I'll try to hit again. No, wait, no. Should I grab Jonas and try to move? Again? Should
Could
I?
do that. Yeah. Ben, I
Ben,
think
you're
muted,
muted again.
We need to kill this thing. Is my
Okay,
vote.
I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Okay.
I'll try it again.
Roll to hit.
Natural 19.
That's good.
Never punished.
So that'll be a 39.
That'll hit.
Banger town.
Give me your 10 damage.
Ah, one of my dice fell. Why am I not using my tray? Only 8 points of damage.
Taken.
Wait, I feel like I could channel something into this with one of my feats. I feel like I have a thing that lets me.
You are more than welcome to research that.
I have one more action, sir.
Okay.
Offensive boost. Your improvements make any strikes that rely on your innovation deal an additional 1d6 damage with a type determined by the boost you choose. Okay.
Is your weapon your innovation?
So if your armor is your innovation, then you just choose your weapon at the start of every day. So it's always my fist.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Just gonna. Sure.
If your innovation is an armor, the boost applies to your melee unarmed strikes and to your melee strikes with one weapon you choose during daily preparations.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I would have done the momentum one, which is your innovation slams into foes with additional momentum, so I just do an additional d6.
Okay.
And my first strike should have had this as well. Can I add that on?
Sure.
Or
Why not?
Cool. That was 1 extra for the second hit and 4 extra for the first hit.
All right. Going forward, though, you're gonna need to declare it.
Yeah. Fourth action, I will raise my shield.
Okay. Inventor. It's a class.
It's a new one.
Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. Jonas is grabbed and ferried this way by Starwatch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. So 1 action, 2 action. He's not gonna do it. He's a noble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 1 action. Okay. So that's gonna be 1, 4, 7, 10, 9, because that person moved once. 12, 15. All right. I'm just gonna /GM roll 15 d20. 2 regular hits.
That's amazing.
I mean, it was 15 attacks.
We meant the mechanic of it, and also, I think maybe also the hit.
I'm shocked. 2 hits.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm shocked.
GM roll 1. Is that damage? That's gonna be. Okay, so they all just again keep swarming in, just billy clubs are flying as much as possible, trying to knock this thing out of the sky now. And they're gonna chip away for total of 28 points of damage. But it's still afloat.
Oof.
Biren.
If I was in this square, would a 60-foot cone hit Bastro?
Yeah. I mean, you'd have
No,
to point it
already
directly to
here,
the
right?
left, yeah.
Like, I want it to be going this direction
Right.
from that square. Would that hit Bastro? I want it to.
You could make it hit him, yeah. It would be like you'd
Okay.
start it from this corner, and then you would just shoot it here.
And that
You-
wall being right there wouldn't be a problem.
Not for you hitting Bastro.
Yeah, this is a 60-foot cone.
But that's orthogonal. I think we want the cone.
It'll take a second to update here. There we go. Like that? That's what you want to do?
No, I want to hit Bastro and Kashak.
That's the wrong cone. That's like the orthogonal cone.
Oh, you
directly
want the
ahead
corner.
with the corner cone.
Like that, right?
Should hit me, theoretically.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
You can hit Bastro or you can hit me. Your choice.
Damn. Wow.
That's tough.
I.
You would
think
also
you're
hit
fine.
Flakfatter, if that makes a difference to you.
No, that doesn't really make a difference.
Okay, I'll
He's-
just shut up about your mission
Wait,
then.
what if you do it from where you're standing right
Blackfatter's
now?
not undead. this is a heal spell I'm casting.
Right, but if
Uh,
Flakfatter is hurt. The guy that you guys were told to protect
Yeah,
is
he's
dying in front of you.
Right, so I will hit Blackfatter.
Okay.
What?
I said you'd also hit Flakfatter and you said no. So I was just double checking.
No, I said I don't like. I know that. Like
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
what if you shoot it from here? Wouldn't you hit all of us?
I don't think so. I don't think I would hit you.
Like if you turn it
Wait,
clockwise.
Why would he not?
Would I?
Yeah.
If I did it from like this corner, from like the corner right in front of me, facing the
Yeah,
building,
that. And pull up more. Yeah.
I would hit everyone. Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Why did you think you wouldn't hit Bastro from this corner?
He probably didn't think he'd hit you.
everybody
enough.
from that corner. Like,
Yeah.
100% of the people.
Here's where we find out
Put it in
if,
this space.
You're still
I'm
invisible.
going to first action. I'm gonna pretend to move and I'll jostle about, whatever.
Do a little shuffle.
Don't want to lose haste.
You
He
know.
does the DJ Khaled dance. He does like the.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna cast a. So, I have an ability from my cleric archetype called Directed Channel, where I can, instead of a 30-foot emanation, I can turn a 3-action heal into a 60-foot cone. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm gonna 3-action heal.
Oh no.
So cast a 4th level heal on everybody, literally hitting everyone except me in the combat. So here we go, 48.
And all the bodies get back up? That's crazy.
Oh my god! Well, that's the payback, I guess, for those amazing rolls I did with Bastro. That's 3 1s on 4d8.
Oh,
6 total.
Whoa.
six
Six
healing
total.
on 4d8. Well,
That's terrible.
at the very least, it's 6 times however many targets you have. Though most of them are uninjured, unfortunately.
I'm
Or
very excited to be
fortunately.
putting 6 health points back on my character.
Yeah, everybody takes 6 health points back. Jonas will get 6 back. You do not lose your invisibility, and nothing happens to this creature.
Cool. Okay, cool.
Good to know.
Yeah.
You asked me beforehand, and I was like, this actually doesn't matter, but I'm glad he's asking. And that's your turn, yes?
Yep, that's my turn.
Kashak, if you wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't. Why don't I have a couple things I want to do. I want to move 5, 10, 15, 20. I want to shoot my bow. And that's a 44 to hit against regular AC.
44?
Nice.
44 against regular AC?
44 against regular AC.
That's gonna hit, bud. Give me some damage.
4d4. Let's go. 23 total points of damage.
Okay.
The mag.
23 points. Then he will command Sheethra to take the support action. He will bark at her in Iruxi, and she starts to kind of shift around a little bit. She starts to move. If you take a manipulate action, it's a DC 5 flat check, or you are disrupted.
Okay.
And then he will call in common tongue to Diana. He favors his left foot even while flying. Be sure to target his right. And that's your Warden's Boon. If you
Even while flying.
if you deal damage, take an additional 2d8 precision.
Amazing.
Intriguing. Interesting. Quite unique. Next up is Bastro.
All right. Peter's going to take an independent action to hand Bastro the wand, and Bastro is going to cast a 3-action magic missile at 5th level on the
Oh.
creature.
That's good.
Is this
Nice.
the manifold missile?
Yes, it is.
Oh man.
Very good. In that case,
Difficult.
Oh man, a
It's gonna
full
teleport up here.
missile.
No! 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 I thought it was far enough away! Alright,
The PTSD I saw in Bastro's eyes.
no!
Those were true horror screams.
Because of the law of being nice to people, he's gonna miss this attack for sure. For sure, he's gonna miss.
I thought I was far enough away.
Crit. No, it's gonna crit.
It's like an area of 30 feet. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
oh,
That's wild.
that Schadenfreude will charge me for years.
As soon as he said he's gonna move over here.
He
All your
crit,
worst
didn't he?
dice.
He crit, didn't he? I can see it. The fact that I can't see
God
it means
damn
he
it.
crit.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, boom.
My
Done.
God, you did! Holy
Does it interrupt the action?
Sure
course.
does, my
oh,
guy.
but yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think you're going under again, my guy. Well, maybe not.
Well, under.
mean, it's
You
just,
received
maybe
like
not.
2,000 healing points in the last like 2 rounds. So
I mean, it's just
All for nothing.
ridiculous.
all for
Um,
nothing.
Hey, if you have more than 6, if you have like 4 hit points left, it will justify my 3-action heal.
That's true. That is true. Let's see.
Let's get the crit damage. Get working.
Yeah.
Let's all pitch in on the Excel
It's a
formula.
lot of math. So much math.
Scythe is deadly D10, right? So don't forget that.
Yes.
So it's deliberately going after me because Fearin cast a spell.
I'm invisible.
It hadn't refreshed its action yet.
And it did not have its reaction yet. Correct.
You happen to be like right
before it
near
means-
it in initiative when you are the one like visibly doing stuff that it can interrupt apparently.
Will just hates you, actually.
Yeah.
That might also be
That's
true.
that's all I hear.
I don't know why you guys are thinking about it so hard.
It crit me
Guys,
for 90.
it's none of that. It's the fact that I hate Dan. That's all it is.
It crit me for 99 damage earlier.
So
Last week.
Only 86 points of damage for you, big guy.
Okay, I'm still up.
Oh,
I'm
you're
still up.
fine. You're
fine.
fine.
What does the...
Alright, so it interrupts the manifold missiles, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you
Wait,
take a
now you can just spell
crit,
strike it.
That was
I
3
can't.
actions, though. So you can run away
Sorry.
with your 4th action.
How does critical specialization work? I never know. Oh, the target is moved 5 feet in the direction of my choice.
Are you sure you have critical specializations?
Sure do, bud.
Okay. What is the scythe? Is it
It's
you're
pole
confident?
arm, so it's 5
Yeah.
feet. I'm just not gonna move him. It's not as interesting as I thought it was going to be.
That's good for reach weapons, but
So sorry.
86 points of damage, big guy.
Yeah. I have 1 action.
punch him.
GTFO, maybe?
I can only Strider Strike. Fuck. Yeah, get the fuck out. The whole time Bastard's running, just going ow, ow, ow. And that's his turn. He'll go right there.
So you didn't cast the wand, so you can do it hopefully next turn.
No, he did, right?
The
Lost
casting
it?
goes off. I just lost it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how interrupt works.
Well, that's how it works with a spell. How would it work with a wand?
You cast a spell with the wand. So isn't it not the same?
Yeah, it would be the same.
Yeah, so the wand gets used. The charge of the wand would get used, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Why
Basically,
is this
the-
not computing in my head? Why does this not make sense?
The wand is like its own spell slot, essentially. That's
Yeah,
that's
it's
how
like
I think about
a
it.
portable spell slot.
Correct. The actions are used, the charge is used, but the effect does not go off.
Yep. So much for that. That's
Oh,
my
you
turn.
kind of trolled then, didn't you?
I got heavily trolled. I want a dice cam.
I've been asking for dice cams for so long.
Well, the crit actually is irrelevant for canceling your action. This thing does that, I think, on a
On a
normal hit.
Yes.
I know my
Yeah.
crit, yeah. I just happened to crit.
I just happened to roll a natural 20 after ruining your day.
See, that no was justified. I knew it was coming.
It is its turn. It is in quite the interesting predicament. It wants to kill all of you, naturally, but it wants to kill one guy very specifically. And he has had no trouble in dealing damage to that one guy. But you all keep getting in the way. And more he is unbothered by all of the other things, all of the other people standing around here in their teal cloaks. No, it's the 4 of you that stand out, that are continuously the thorn in its side. It will fly over here. And it's going to attack Fearon.
It can see invisibility.
Sure can, bud.
Damn it. Okay. I was afraid of that.
Cocked. Okay. Where are we at these days? I mean, I'm assuming a 45 will get you.
That's a crit, my guy.
Okay.
Ben, we might even be in creatures after 16, so I'll have true seeing.
Yeah.
All right. Fearon, prepare to meet your maker.
I'm going to use my reaction to do planar sidestep.
Oh yeah, that
Fearon
thing's
is
pretty cool.
shunted through to the plane of air briefly and takes resistance 25 to all damage.
That's awesome.
All types of damage?
Yeah.
It's just
all
resistance
damage.
25 to just flat 25. 25 of the damage does not go
For
through.
that one attack. It's a 13th level ancestry feat.
Even if it has multiple damage types?
All damage. I've resistance 25 to all damage.
Okay, so it'd be resistance 25 to each type of damage that comes through on this attack.
Oh, so it has to exceed 25 on any of the
Wait.
types of damage.
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading it right. That doesn't sound right.
Isn't there a resistance all?
I think I just reduced the damage by 25. That's
Okay, that's why I was trying to understand here.
all damage, not all damage types. Just
when-
the
when-
damage
when
of
an
the
eff-
attack.
When an effect deals damage of multiple types and you have resistance to all damage, apply the resistance to each type of damage separately. If an attack would deal 7/4 fire, resistance 5 to all damage reduces the slashing to 2 and negate the fire damage entirely.
Oh, so is this feat way better than I thought it was?
That feat is broken. You might take 0 damage.
What?
Holy crap. Are we sure that's right?
It's
That's what I just
25
heard.
to all damage, and resistance is very clear.
You take
Wow.
41 points of damage.
You did the resistances on your end?
Yes.
Holy crap, this feat is crazy.
That feat is
What?
broken.
That's
Interesting.
insane.
Interesting. Très
Yeah,
interessante.
That's really cool.
Wow, so I should have taken way less damage earlier, but that's on me for not knowing that.
Will, was any of the damage I take mental damage?
No,
Okay, fuck.
but thank you for asking.
The damage to Dan Roldan was.
Yeah, my mental health was damaged.
Man.
Shouldn't laugh at that. Sorry, buddy.
We're gonna swing
here all
in on
night.
Fearon, because he's fun. Math is hard. Especially when...
That music cue is
Cool.
wild.
39.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's a hit. This one, not nearly as bad, though you won't have the resistance, correct?
Right, that's just a reaction to the one attack.
Okay. 30... God, this math is hurting my head.
Is it still flying?
Yes. I mean, it's floating off the ground. It's
Right.
ground level. Oops, 28 plus... There you go. You can see behind the veil.
38
38 points
38
of damage.
damage. Okay. Alright.
75 d10 plus 80.
It's crazy that I rolled all ones.
Whoa!
It's got 1, 2, 3, one more action. It's gonna fly over to here. Just like pop down behind, not like actually sitting on the cart, but just popping down behind the cover of the carriage.
What a bitch.
He will take 2 attacks of opportunity that both miss. Diana,
It's me?
last I checked.
Alright. Why is he so far away now?
He was getting tired of being slapped by literally everybody in this hallway.
All right. I'm gonna say Sterling after him. And Sterling's gonna go. What is Sterling's speed? Sorry, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And third action, punch.
It's gonna have some pretty
like
significant
it.
cover.
Oh, 5 more feet of movement because of my speed boosters. Sorry. 10 feet further. Feet is 30. I just saw plus 5 feet. Now I'll punch.
Sure.
A natural 2's not gonna do it though, so
Not so much.
that's the end of my turn.
All right. Next up is going to be all of the guards.
Stay protecting Jonas. Lay your
Yeah.
bodies across his if you have to.
That's
Every
That's-
life is less important than his.
that's the vibe. You hear in your head, Kashak, thank you for finally understanding.
Except for you. You should go attack the creature. The last one. You go.
All right. No, she's not gonna do that.
What, and die?
I'd like to die over here with my own friends, not over there.
By myself.
What is this, round 6? That sounds right. 6, Viren.
First action, I'm going to enact Sacred Defense with my first action, Sacred Defense. Try to get some temp HP. He's going to call up a prayer to Cernunnos, roll a religion check. I rolled...
Roll
Oh,
2
almost
d20s and
crit.
take the lower.
Oh, thank you. Yep, it's okay.
Keep
so
forgetting that.
Oh, it's misfortune on everything.
Keep
Yeah,
forgetting
okay,
that.
so I rolled a 14 and a 15. So I normal success, so I get 5 temp HP, which is still pretty good. First action. Second action, I will move to here.
Okay.
Actually, no, just kidding. I'm going to, from here, cast on the creature Tempest Surge. Sick of messing around. 2 actions, I'm going to swirl up a storm and send it out at him. I need a reflex save.
It's gonna have some pretty significant cover.
Doesn't get cover from doesn't get cover from this. The
It
reflex
gets
save.
bonus on reflex saves from cover, yes.
You get bonus on reflex saves from cover.
Yes.
Shit.
Like he said.
Hold on. then in that case, actually, no. I need this thing to not crit succeed. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, because that's what heroes do.
It is what heroes do.
That's how you
reflex save?
Get 0 points.
So now, third and fourth action, I'm going to cast Tempest Surge.
I think his bonus
So, yeah.
there was me telling him that from that position he would get cover.
Reflex
uh,
saves.
hero points will be awarded when hero points are earned. 48 on the reflex.
What? What?
Sorry, 40,
Okay.
49 since it's magic.
Okay,
Wow.
no damage. Pretty sure no damage. I think it's just a...
It's a basic, right?
Well, not exactly. No, okay, yeah, no damage. Yep, alright. That's my
So
turn,
this-
and I'm no longer invisible.
Wait.
Okay, never mind. The way I'm reading this, like, the damage happens, and then the basic reflex save is for clumsy. Or is that just how spells are written?
That's just how...
That's how most spells
Okay,
are written, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Carry on.
The basic reflex save is referring to the whole thing.
Like, that is referring to the damage even if it comes after. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I actually disagree.
Sure. Then, yeah, doesn't refer to that at all.
I agree with Will's disagreement.
I agree with Will's disagreement.
I mean, this is an important...
No, because
like,
seriously, that's not how spells are usually written.
Like, that looks
then
like it
this
says
spell-
it deals the damage, and then a basic happens, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And this focus spell is the best focus spell. In the
but
game.
then why would they say basic? Like, if it's just on a failure, it's clumsy, and it takes persistent, that would just be what it says, right? It wouldn't say basic save.
Okay.
It also says on a failure, the target also is clumsy too. So wouldn't that mean a basic reflex save also counts for damage?
Right.
I don't know. That's how
what
I
mean.
read it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the basic saves on the damage. I'm pretty sure
Where's
because
like,
you roll the damage and then you do a basic save to see how much damage goes through.
Right. I would agree with that.
Yeah, so
I
it's-
hate arguing against
it's
myself.
written in the
meta-wise,
basic
but-
save, so if something has a basic save, it specifically refers to the damage.
yeah, that's
the
like
addendum
yeah.
on the second part of the spell is saying that, if
Yeah, there's an
on
additional
that
effect.
basic save, you fail, then you also get this.
That spell is weirdly worded, though.
It's
'cause,
weirdly
that's
like,
what I'm
worded.
saying. It's written completely
40
differently
that's
than most of the
written
other spells.
differently. Yeah, okay.
48
Alright.
on the reflex save. What? I can't
29.
damage this thing. I can't damage this thing, guys.
I mean, what do we think? Like, plus friggin' a million? I think it's gotta be high.
I have no idea.
It's at least a plus 32.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's my turn.
Okay. Kashak.
Jacques is going to see this thing dip behind the cart, and almost before he's aware of it, his eye is going to get really, really hot in his head. And as it glows like this, like silver and gold color, these ghostly draconic wings just sprout from his armor,
That's
and then
so
he
cool.
flies up in the air. And it's like if you're looking from Theron's angle, you look down this like 15-foot alleyway. And there's this phalanx of soldiers, and then this lizard just shoots into the air, and these wings like extend. So he's gonna fly diagonally, 5, 15, and then 5 feet up. So he's gonna get 15 feet above the air, above the ground. I assume that he's not targetable from that elevation and angle.
How high up?
15 feet above the ground. Because I moved diagonally I moved diagonally twice and then 5 feet up.
It would be targetable, but have a lot of cover.
Screw it. I think I have to shoot every round just for my own sanity. 44 to hit, natural 18.
That will still hit through the cover.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
I'm the strongest guy in the world. I don't get my point blank shot because you're a million miles away. But,
Just a casual melee.
that's fine. 32 points of damage.
Okay. That is a shot and a half.
32 points of damage.
Yeah, this
You
thing's
will-
form is really starting to deteriorate. Like, it's got cracks and chips in the exposed bone. The cloth is ripped and tattered to shreds. It's looking messed up.
Good. I think with a fourth action, he's going to let's Warden Spoon. Let's give it to Bastra.
Oh boy.
Better go hit that thing.
You really, yeah, I was about to say, you really want me to get in there.
Hey, Bastro, go kill it or yourself.
I think that Kashak like gives it to the person he kind of expects to do the next attack action, and like if you don't take an attack action, you kind of like lose privileges, like you don't get it next time. Or like for the
Running
rest of
after
combat.
him.
But I want everyone to get in there.
Bastro, what is
So
your
I'll
turn?
give it to Bastard for now.
Bastard's turn. Bastard's going to stride 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15. And he's going to punch. Just a normal punch.
Just a normal punch.
Just
Not,
a punch.
no spells are being cast, William.
You sure?
I'm positive.
You sure you want to do
Oh.
that?
I'm sorry, Sheathra will move, but I'll do that.
17 for, and I have heroism. Thank you, Ben. It'd be a plus 26.
Where to buy Inspired Courage?
43 to hit.
43 to hit?
43
hit.
points of damage. Let's do it.
You get your 2d8 precision.
Yeah, 2d8
Yes, I
percentage.
You guys
do.
are popping off.
We're going off. We're going off.
I was not going to waste that.
But
Everybody
should
except
be.
Firin is doing something.
Oh,
my
Hey, how
God,
dare you.
William. Chill out.
high rolls.
I only did 85 points of healing to the guy
I was gonna say
punching you.
2 rounds removed from 3 heal spells.
Gotta get my licks in where I can.
It's going to be 27 points of damage.
27 points of damage. Okay.
And then
All
fourth
right.
action, Bastro is going to 5, 10,
You won't do it again.
15,
You won't do it again.
20. I won't. He's going to go right there.
All right, so I think that this thing has like some sort of reaction against spells because that
Yeah.
move would have triggered a normal AOO. So I think it's
I wonder if it's electing not to take it unless it sees a massive.
unless it
spell.
yeah, it's strategic, yeah, maybe.
That's how you play Baldur's Gate 3. Is that you save your counter spell?
Is that you
for-
click no every time the
no
pop-up
every
comes
time.
up, and then you accidentally let something go through.
and then it's like 48 casts of Eldritch Blast at the same time. And you're
Yes.
like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and counterspell that with a third level spell. So,
Okay. There's my bottle opener. It is my turn.
Oh, and Peter takes a potion out of Bastro's bag. I end my turn.
attack of opportunity.
On Peter.
On Peter, yeah.
I've been saving it for a really important event. Peter drew his potion. Get that thing out of here.
That bird looked at me funny once, and I've been waiting. What are we looking like these days? Cool 65. I think we can manage a cool 65.
What?
This thing's gonna fly up and over the top and pop down next to
Are you
Jonas
kidding me?
once again.
Much annoyed.
All of those people get attacks of opportunity, right?
No, because he comes down into the spot and does not leave a threatened square. First attack. 94. Will that still get him? That will still hit him.
Wow.
I will roll that damage, and then he's going to pop. We just roll it for Jack's sanity. Does not roll a natural one. Okay.
Thank you.
Diana, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna do something I should have done at the beginning of this fight, but this is a new character and I'm still getting used to it.
Get after it, girl.
I'm gonna kick this fight into overdrive, and I am going to go into overdrive. So I roll a crafting
Cool.
check.
What?
What's that mean?
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening.
It's one of the inventor's like main
Oh,
abilities.
hell yeah!
Regardless of their innovation, they can basically like crank it up and like overdrive it, taking it to the next level.
That's a 43, which I believe against our current class DC is a critical success.
Standard DC of our level.
Yes.
Is it? I don't know.
That's what it is. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Our
usually
standard-
listed on the crafting page. They have that. Where 13th level, the level-based DC is 31.
Yeah, so that's a
Yeah.
crit.
So critical success.
Oh,
So, now all of my attacks have an additional damage equal to my intelligence modifier.
oh my.
Oh,
God.
that's cool.
What you see is all of the gears that are on my that decorate my armor start spinning rapidly like little razor blades.
Okay.
And I am gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 15, 20. Yeah. Fourth action, punch.
Dude, your gizmos went into overdrive this round. That's awesome.
Yeah. They stay in overdrive for a minute, and then they need a minute to cool down before I can do this again.
You can punch out to 20 feet?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Absurd.
It's friggin' sick.
Sniping with one of those, like, robot boxing fists on the
39 to hit.
on the spring. 39 will hit.
That's the
yes!
AC is
All
39,
right.
I think. Yeah.
AC 39.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Think you right.
Okay. 6, 8,
Obscene that I'm getting
12.
punched from 20 feet away and hitting.
17 points of damage.
17 points of damage ain't nothing to scoff at.
That's the end of my turn.
You feel just, it feels almost like you're swinging just through a cloud of mist, but you see pieces and bits like whip off and disperse, like fizzling into nothingness in front of your very eyes.
I don't really feel much because it's a metal arm that's
Well, yeah,
actually
I mean,
doing the
it just,
punching,
it doesn't
but,
feel like you
know,
make
the resistance
contact.
isn't
Yeah,
there.
there's no
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
resistance, yeah. Whatever kind of feedback you normally use to determine the strength of blow.
There's normally a little like glow ripple on impact, like that goes down the metal bits,
Oh,
but that's like
you know
not
what?
happening.
I hate to be this guy. Would misfortune trigger here?
Oh, it sure would. Go ahead and... Nah, I keep forgetting it. That's me. That's on me. It's far too late. Sorry, I'm so bad at this.
I totally forgot that that was a thing.
It's all their
We don't know
turns.
what range is, so.
I wasn't rolling... There's no way they all have misfortune. I wasn't rolling the misfortune on all those attacks I made with them.
Oh, true.
Alright. Let me roll...
This sounds like a nightmare to GM.
Jesus Christ.
Let me roll 8 NPCs with misfortune.
Let me roll a 15 d20, and then we roll them all again to make sure I didn't get a natural 1 on the same space of the
All right.
roll as the other one.
I'm rolling 20 d20. And if there are 2 natural 20s in a row, that'll be a regular hit.
Sure.
Nope.
That's so dumb.
This sucks.
Sorry, were you there?
I
Yeah.
think one of them has
I accidentally
Keen on their
grabbed
tongue. Any 19s?
Are you saying I just blended with the other soldiers?
No, I was just,
Right.
I just randomly clicked the map and happened to be on your token.
Sure.
Fearin. Oh wait,
All
sorry.
right.
Let me complete. There we go. Fearin.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Lambs
Fearin,
to the
once
slaughter.
useful still, he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. First action, he's going to move. Second action, he's going to enact the Reach meta magic ability. Third
Nice.
and fourth action, I'm going to cast Slow on him again. I remembered that he at least only got a regular success last time I did slow, so I think his fortitude save must be significantly lower than his reflex.
Mm.
What's your HP at?
Oh no.
What?
Bastro, I assumed it triggered on Bastro. He's got his interrupt thing.
I did not cast a spell.
Yeah, he's going to interrupt me.
How many hit points do you have?
Man, 45 feet away? Why do you want to know? I'm not going to tell you that.
Because this creature, in its rules, knows exactly how many HP you have.
Fair enough. I have 49 hit points left.
Oh.
That's a tweener, Will. That's a tweener. Admit it's a tweener. Admit it.
How many
Say it.
times
No,
can you
he-
use your ethereal jaunt?
It's a reaction once per turn.
That's pretty sick, man. Not gonna lie, that's pretty sick.
13th level ancestry feat, baby. You know what? Bring it on. Do it. You won't, coward.
How many HP does everybody have? This thing
131.
legit actually
161.
knows. 161, 131,
38.
38. Oh.
131, and then Stalene has.
Is she just
Bastro,
138?
Bastro will have more on his turn. Guaranteed.
Will he?
will.
Guaranteed.
When he casts a spell,
Guaranteed.
when he-
That was the
But-
most
but-
aggressive guaranteed I've ever heard.
But not through a spell. I'll give
I
you that
cast
one
spell.
for
That's
free.
what I said I did.
I know. I'm. Alright. Taking my hand off the chess piece, I am not reacting.
Okay, take a or give me a fortitude save, please.
Oh my gosh. Absolute
Shut up.
garbage.
Oh.
34.
Oh, almost a failure. It's a regular success. You are slowed for 1 round. So on your next round, you have 1 less action. 1 fewer action.
Okay,
That's my turn.
Kashak.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the deal.
Go
Here-
on.
Here's what I want to happen.
Okay.
Kashak would like to fly down at an angle into and knock Jonas to the ground.
Cool.
And take up his and make him untargetable.
Untargetable will be is a strong ask.
Okay.
Here.
I
why
want,
don't
I want
we-
you to move into his square and make him as untargetable as possible.
So your first action will be to move.
Yeah, I'm 15 feet in the air and this many feet over, so I'm gonna go diagonally
Okay.
down.
It's gonna take an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Okay.
Spreading
this
the
one's-
love.
Then this may not be to be my turn.
40 to hit. 40.
That'll hit.
even.
That'll hit.
Okay.
That'll hit.
That'll be a 4.
So is it 15 feet in the air now?
Oh, you know what? That's
Yeah.
a good point.
It would be.
It's gonna go directly above you, so 5 feet above wherever you were.
Okay, so 20 feet in the air. Okay.
I forgot about the whole flying thing. That's 5, 9.
Love it when we go 3D.
Yeah, it's every GM's best idea. They think it's gonna be so cool, and then they realize
Yeah.
that they have to deal with it.
Flying PCs are the worst.
God, that's what is that? 23 regular slashing.
Okay.
and an additional 11 negative.
34.
Necrotic? Negative? The Pathfinder one.
Negative.
Negative.
All
Okay.
right, cool. My movement, my
is-
move action happens, but is interrupted.
Correct.
Okay.
You may
If I don't
continue with your
move,
turn.
Then I'm going to,
It wanted to see how soft you were.
yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Oh, I'm so worried about this. Okay. He is. I can't help him. Let's move.
Oh.
Second action. Let's try to.
Where did you go?
I went under Jonas.
Okay.
And so, I mean, what? Should I, like, kick him in the head?
I
Like,
mean,
what?
he's like pretty non-responsive, and you aren't a scythe, so if you're like throwing your body on top of him, he will accept that fate.
Yeah, I'd like for him to be prone and for me to be in that square, basically on the ground.
Yeah. So we'll say that as long as you are like covering him and you're both prone, you will suffer from prone, but he will get +4, the +4 benefits for cover.
Okay. If I'm prone, then I'm harder. It's harder for me to shoot. But I will shoot anyway. Let's fire an arrow.
Okay.
It's gonna be -2 since I am prone.
Get down, Mr. President.
But here we go. Uh, 34. Miss.
Fortunately, not quite gonna do it.
Sheethra is gonna move herself. 5, 15, 20, 25. She gets to there. So that's my turn.
Bastra.
Who?
Bastra.
Extra.
Oh, okay. First action.
Tried to be cute and say Bastra, but
We only heard Tra.
Yeah.
Bastro.
Peter's independent action. He will pour a moderate healing potion down Bastro's throat. He will take 3d8 healing plus 10. Always big. I'll do that later. Next action.
Should have saved it for Peter.
For Peter.
Give me that manipulate.
Bird is doing many more manipulate things than I am.
This thing has an additional trait. I'll tell you guys after you kill it.
I can't get to here. Okay. Shoot.
I don't know. You tell me.
It's 20 feet in the air.
20 feet in the air and approximately.
That's true, yeah, there's no point. I'm gonna recall knowledge.
I mean, you can always run up to him and teleport and then fall to the ground.
Take bludgeoning damage. Is it religion, right?
It is religion.
The 7. I don't know shit.
Total.
23 total, so yeah.
Success.
He's gonna
You're pretty sure this is just a skeleton.
he's gonna enter Arcane Stance. He hasn't done that yet.
Really?
And then
We're like throwing you guys off your game tonight, huh?
he'll move up to here. He can move up to here. Is this a standable square?
The doorway.
Yeah, I believe the doors are still open.
We would have had to have opened both doors to get Sheethra out, and I don't know when we would have closed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you would have been like, oh, well, time to lock up, you know?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25? That works, right?
Yeah.
Slip right past the corner. That's my turn. And then healing. Okay. Get that. Ooh. Okay.
It is its
Okay.
turn. How much health did you get? Asking for a friend.
I got 25 points of healing with a plus 10 from the healing potion.
So does this thing have like there needs to be an amount of health left before it can use its reaction?
I think it's just
I think
judging
Will's
when-
trying to be smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
Emphasis on trying.
because he's also moving himself immensely across the battlefield, which will change like
Yeah.
the whole rest of the creature's turn. Like the
Well,
creature has
that's
to be
true.
aware of
That's
like
true.
where am I
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
end up if I do this?
Yeah.
On one hand, I've created a fun little pattern of cops. On the other hand, it's really annoying. What are we gonna do today? I don't know. Kashak has chosen the hill that he wants to die on, and its name is Jonas. We'll swoop down and then 3 actions into Kashak.
What?
First one.
Yes. Good luck.
That's a 50.
Yikes.
Final answer.
You wouldn't happen to have
Right.
resistance to all damage, would you?
My AC is 31. You almost went 20 over my current AC.
Super crit. Almost a super crit.
Almost a super crit. 4
That's
times
quad damage, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, ouch.
Take so much damage here.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
It's only 108 points of damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my.
Second attack. There's a world. 37.
That's a regular hit.
If there's a world where that's a regular hit. It's gonna be a crisp 29 slashing.
That will put me unconscious.
Okay.
Oh.
So then the negative will not matter. It will then strike at Jonas, who will still get some but not all of the cover benefits since you are not actively covering him. I don't think that'll do it though, since it is
Minus a lot.
minus a couple, yeah. 24 plus that, plus cover. But flat-footed from prone, so that's only... This game sucks. This game's great, but this
Right here
math
sucks.
It misses. Does miss. Diana? Are you
Alright.
okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out I'm gonna hit this motherfucker. He's really far away. Let's see.
I like how 20 feet is perfect distance, and then anything past that is really far away.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can Diana get to this square?
I don't think so, because friendly creatures are difficult terrain, right?
That's not true.
No.
It's regular.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you have
then
20,
yeah.
if you have 20 feet of movement. you
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got there.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it just never
Yeah,
mattered for
okay.
Twinkle Toes, so she never thought about it.
Right.
No, because you can just run under people's legs.
I get to there, I'm sure.
Yeah. 50 feet of movement versus 30 is crazy, guys. 2
I
actions
have
to
to
get
think
there.
about my move actions.
Oh.
Third action.
Never mind.
My last hit should have been 2 extra damage, but that's on me. I didn't realize that I had Master Overdrive at this point, not just regular Overdrive.
Oh.
Yeah, so these gears are masterfully spinning on my armor.
Masterfully.
Yes. I'm gonna hit. Or I'm gonna try to with the natural 18. I think that's gonna do it.
Roll another d20 and take the lower.
Oh, shoot.
Got her! Only took 3 rounds.
Natural 15 for a 39.
Nope. Literally never punished.
But-
Yeah, that'll hit.
Baby! Alright. 13 plus 4 from my strength, that's 17, plus 5 from my intelligence, that's 22, plus another 2 from my master overdrive, that's 24 points of damage.
Broken down.
Wait, that's. I'm sorry, you were doing like 8 points of damage? Like,
I have
couple
learned a
turns
lot
ago?
about my character since then.
Wow.
I was like, there's no way that's right. I'm an inventor and I invented this. I know I do more damage than what I'm doing, and I do.
Emily Gray
Um,
succeeded on her recall knowledge on her character sheet, and now
Yes.
she's unlocked the bonus damage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen of the party, what do we say to the god of death?
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Hey!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Unreal.
We did that.
I'm dying.
We'll stay in initiative.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, get out of the way! And run forward with a moderate healing potion and pour it down. Kashax.
You do not have the actions to do that. I don't
Oh,
think.
we're,
Certainly not.
we're still in initiative, you're right.
Yeah.
My bad. You just said that.
Fearon, would you need a spell slot to get him back up?
I mean, I have the heal spell.
Are you planning on
yeah.
using one?
Yeah.
Use it. We'll do the math over the break. We'll be back
Okay.
at, we'll call it 8:50. 8:50 Eastern Standard. Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll be back in just a little bit.
realized something else.
Go on.
With my overdrive, I get an additional 5 feet of movement.
Wow.
That's all.
This is a real Pathfinder character, by the way. Yeah. I mean, this ties really closely into what I was just about to say because, like, as a GM, especially over the past, how long have we been playing this game? Since like 2018.
Like 3 years.
It's been like
Yeah.
2019.
2020. Yeah, this is a
2020.
pandemic, baby.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, like
2020.
Pathfinder Second Edition
Oh.
overall.
Oh,
Like 5 years.
Like 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a really good understanding of the core classes up through like 10th level. I have a moderate understanding of like Gunslinger and Psychic up to like 10th level. And then everything else, I just like I don't know, right? Because I don't play this game from the player's side. So like everything after 10th level, and then just like Inventor and Kineticist, I just have not done anything.
Chose both.
So like, and this happened when our good buddy Sly played a Kineticist in Pathfinder First Edition for Jack's campaign. We were all just like, "You're saying words. They sound like they could be true." Sure.
Yeah, Sly was like talking in Dragon Ball Z language. He was saying like a different set of things to do whatever he wanted.
So, to break it down a little bit, my innovation is my armor. I can do different modifications to my innovation during my daily preparations. I can reconfigure them to do different things. The 2 that I've chosen are basically the standard ones that are gonna be there for her. And those are the speed boosters and the power suit. So, what I was reading, or the heavy construction, for the power suit, which boosts my AC up, and the speed boosters bring my speed from 25 to 30, or if I'm in overdrive, to 35. So I was reading over those specifically on the break to give you a little bit of behind the scenes on what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, all of this to say, congratulations, you all leveled up.
Oh my god!
Hey, finally.
And I have no idea what that entails for any of you because I only have a certain understanding of some characters up through level 10. So, I did ask you to prepare this.
I forgot.
Is anybody ready?
Yeah,
Anyone
I
like
got
to
my
discuss?
I get a skill feat as well, which I have not chosen which skill feat because I'm sure I won't be able to use it for the next like 16 sessions. But I have my class feat that I receive, and that class feat is called Double Prey. When I hunt prey, I can hunt double the prey.
2 prey?
Ben
Heck
is
yeah.
so muted, but he's loving this feat right now. Ben
damn
loves
it, I've
this
been
feat.
saying so much the past 30 seconds. Wow.
Doing
I said
great, buddy.
I'm ready, and then when Jack said he's ready except for his skill feat, I said I'm ready better than Jack, and then Jack kept talking.
Well, double prey. You get two.
Double Prey is awesome. That sounds awesome.
I get 2 creatures to designate, which is cool.
Yeah. Now,
And-
how will that work with Sheethra's like automatically going for one?
I don't know, nor do I understand how it works with Warden's Boon. So we will find out.
Cool.
Anything else at 14?
No, it's class feat and skill feat. I'm thinking about a stealth feat.
Archetype feat.
I know. Oh my god, I got an archetype feat. I did forget that.
Do you have
Let me
any
look.
more archetype feats to take?
I think it's something useless. Somebody else can go. I can come back.
Ben?
Sure. So I get more spells. I get another 7th level spell, which is awesome. Or spell slot. I can pick from the whole list, but another slot, which is great. The skill feat I took is not one that's super useful now, but it's one I truthfully should have probably taken when I brought this character in that I just didn't, because the better version of it is really useful. I took Recognize Spell as my skill feat, which costs a reaction to understand a spellcaster cast, which could be useful later, but its evolved version lets you do it as a free action. So at 16th level, when I get that other skill feat, I'll be really in business. For the archetype feat, I took something that is very useful for a spellcaster. I took Steady Spellcasting. It's a cleric feat you can take. If someone attacks me that would interrupt a spell I'm casting, I can attempt a DC 15 flat check to maintain the spell, even if I'm, otherwise would be interrupted, which is really useful. And then my skill feat, or my class feat, I took Overwhelming Energy, which is a feat druids can take, and I think some other spellcasters, to get around DR or resistance in this game. So figure we're getting to that level where a lot of our enemies are going to start having resistances to a lot of damage types. So this lets me bypass up to my level worth of energy, almost all energy. So like electricity, cold, fire, bunch of others, sonic, like sort of all the elemental ones really. I can bypass a level's worth of resistance, and that's what I got.
Very cool. Bastro.
All right, Bastro is getting a skill feat and a class feat like everyone else. Class feat he is going with is Arcane Shroud. So every time, and this is once per turn, Bastro casts a spell from a spell slot or makes a spell strike, he also gets an additional after effect from a different spell depending on the school of magic that original spell was. So let's say I cast Shocking Grasp. If I choose to take my a next action to activate Arcane Shroud, I would gain the benefits of a Fire Shield, which is a completely different spell, but it lasts as long as the spell lasts or until the end of my next turn, whichever is longer. So I basically get
for free.
Yeah, for free. It has to be from a spell from my spell slots or a spell strike, but it's still pretty
That's
broken.
sick. This goes back to what we were saying about action value, right? Like
two spells for 3 actions. That's pretty good. And like some of these spells have long durations. Like one of them is Heroism. If I cast an enchantment spell, I gain the effects of heroism for 10 minutes. That's kind of broken.
Amazing. Yeah. That's really
cool. And then the witch archetype feat I'm choosing is I gain a class feat, and the class feat I chose, I wrote it down here. Yes, this would have been so helpful with the most recent mission, but besides that, it's called Witch's Charge. So every day, I forge a magical link with another creature, granting you awareness of that creature's condition and creating a conduit for spellcasting. During your daily preparations, you can designate one willing creature as your charge. You are always aware of your charge's direction from you, its distance from you, and any conditions affecting it. And also, in addition, you can cast spells with a range of touch to your charge, as long as he's 30. And it lasts the whole day. So
that's really cool.
If we ever need a locate and rescue, this is what we'll use.
Does the direction have does the sense direction have a distance limit?
No, it says you are always aware of your charge direction and its distance from you. It doesn't say any limit. The only limit is touch spells on it.
I would think that it would be a limit of on this plane, but yeah, that's.
It does not say that. Yeah.
It doesn't say that, but there would be no direction if it was on another plane.
What was this called?
Well, it's a divination. It has the divination trait, so I would figure it's magical.
It's for sure magical.
Yeah, it's called Witch's Charge.
But being able to know the precise location and distance to a creature on a different plane is a very different type of magic. I'll take a look at it. And I doubt that will be a confounding factor for most of the things that you're doing here. So
And then skill feat is TBD.
TBD.
Give me a surprise.
Diana.
Oh God, I don't have the whole thing yet, but
I have my archetype feed I can vamp for you.
all right, please do.
As people may or may not be aware, we decided to use the free archetype optional rule set, which we all highly recommend for any of your home
sure.
games. It's just fun and awesome, unless you pick an archetype that just like stops having cool feats at 10th, like I did, and so you go back and you pick some of the useless feats that your character doesn't use. So I've chosen to use to select assisting shot. It is a one action feat or ability. I can make a strike with a ranged weapon, and if the strike hits the next creature other than you to attack the same target, gains a +1 circumstance bonus to their roll, or a +2 if my strike was a crit. So my attacks can make it easier for other people to hit. This ability does have the press trait, which means that I have to be suffering from the multiple attack penalty to use it, which is exactly what I don't want to do. So
Interesting.
it's going to be an interesting thing if I'm ever like forced to use a second action to shoot. I will use that, but we shall see. I guess haste. Like I've been using that a fair amount with haste now. Just like,
Yeah.
screw it.
Might as
Why
well.
not?
Might as well.
May as well.
Great. Yeah. Diana.
All right, so first of all, Sterling is gonna get some boosts. I took the Paragon Companion Inventor feat, which makes Sterling now a Paragon Construct Companion.
Well,
So, Strength, Dex, Con, Wisdom all increase. Increased proficiency rank for unarmed attacks. Proficiency ranks for athletics, acrobatics, saving throws, and perception. Increased its unarmed attack damage from 2 dice to 3 dice, and its additional damage with unarmed attacks from 2 to 4.
Okay.
So Sterling
awesome.
is stronger.
Great.
First of all, skill feat, still working on that.
Archetype.
Archetype. I think I'm doing the improved elemental blast.
Sounds like a good option.
Yeah.
Seems like quite the
Yeah.
improvement.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So, the dust settles on your little mix-up in the streets with death. Oriel looks around, kind of like trying to see if this is some weird trick, if that creature will return again, and then looks around him at just the carnage that this creature wrought to his unit, to you all, to Jonas, just kind of shaking his head. He turns to Kashak, who is now awake after getting how much healing?
50 HP worth from a 4th level
80.
direction heal.
Okay. As you're kind of like standing up, he'll walk over to you as some of the guards start making makeshift stretchers to carry their own. We'll come up to Kashak as you're, kind of maybe reach out a hand to help pull you up. If it's all the same to you, we'd like to get him to Fort Tempest as quickly as possible. As I said, you're more than welcome to come with, though I don't necessarily know if you'll be allowed to join in the fort.
Our plans stay intact. We ride in the cart with him the whole way, and I will follow behind along with Diana.
All right. Very well. And if you will allow, he and one of the other guards will pull Jonas up by the arms and start walking him to the carriage.
Okay.
They place him on one of the metal benches. Two manacles come down over his hands to up from under the bench around his legs. He's now strapped in. Oriel then holds the door open. So which one of you is going with?
Bastro and Fearon.
Yes, I'm getting in the cart with this cretin.
I'll get in.
Okay. The two of you get in, make yourselves as comfortable as possible on these stark metal benches. They do that like hostile architecture thing where they're slightly slanted down.
Yeah.
So that you can't really get a good seat.
Yeah, you can't get comfortable.
And they're just a little bit too narrow. So like you're really only sitting like back on your hip bone at an angle.
Awful.
Yeah, not fun.
Do you want Sterling in there with you?
Sure.
Sterling is welcome to join us in the back.
I just meant for like intimidation purposes.
Sure. You see Fearon? Fearon's got that like 1,000-yard stare in his face right now. He's never been through anything like this, and he's been through like quite an ordeal when he was in the eye of a Bendigo, and he's never been through anything like the last 72 hours, let alone the last combat. So he's like, yeah, sure. The metal scorpion with razor hands can join us in the back. That's totally cool.
Sure, like whatever, dude. Whatever's going on.
Yeah,
I guess
like
next thing.
whatever.
I wonder, like, I think that's a unique perspective because I wonder how Bastro and especially Kashak will, and like, I don't know Diana's history, but like everything we've ever done is the hardest thing we've ever done, and so I think that like Bastro and Kashak are very uniquely attuned to dealing with that quickly, and maybe Oski would be as well. Like, we're all pretty used to the next thing you do being the most horrifying experience. And
Yeah,
so that
Fearon is not. Fearon is
I don't
not.
even think that, like, I think that just washes off Bastro and Kashak's back, where it's like, oh, cool, we just killed an Avatar of Death. Like, sure, I guess that's next. Like, and then we just sort of, like, keep on moving. And there's decades of therapy coming up, but, like, that's not for today.
Bottle it down deep.
That's what downtime is for.
Yeah, right? Go to a therapist. Nice, Delta Green.
That's one of your downtime activities, yeah. One of your home scenes.
Yeah. Go get worse at therapy.
That's just Molly.
Shout out, Molly.
Molly's character, specifically. Molly's character in Delta Green got
Yeah,
worse.
that's true.
Mechanically.
Molly's
Only-
IRL mental health took a
Wait.
significant
positive experiences
decline
at
when
all.
she went to therapy. No.
We played a Delta Green mission. She went to her character went to therapy, and her character's mental illness got worse. It was very funny as a mechanic. It's not funny in real life.
Delta Green. Good
Great
game to go
Great game.
send people through literal hell.
God. Hey, Ben. Let's
Yeah.
talk later.
We'll talk later. We'll talk
Cool.
later.
At least let me know if I can watch the GCP
Yeah, we'll
campaign
talk
yet.
later.
So, the captive now secured, the escort in place, the arrest of the guard, cleaning up their own, getting everything together. After a quick fight, it was only 7-8 rounds, so still less than a minute. But each of these fights that are less than a minute still feel like, they take years off of your life if they don't literally take it. a frenzy of activity as everything gets back into order, as civilians are reassured that everything is okay, as some sense of quote unquote normalcy is returned to this street outside of Hunting Lodge 7. And then the carriage, now driven by Oriel of House Uri, begins to make the journey to Fort Tempest. Now, let's take a little look at the map, shall we? Haven't been back here in a while. Oops, that is the loot sheet that everybody on the stream just saw part of.
Womp.
So just as
Oh my
a
god,
quick
Will, that's so
reminder,
embarrassing.
yeah, all right. This is Absalom. Pretty large place, as we can see by the scale here. And you might think like, oh, 4, maybe 6, maybe 6.5 miles wide. Not that big. This is a medieval fantasy. Like,
no highways.
Yeah, no highways. This is massive. Each of the quarters has hundreds of thousands of people.
That's insane. Yeah.
This place is huge. I want to make sure I get all of this correct. So, here we go. You all are currently right about here. Kind of in between the foreign quarter, the west gate, the docks, and the puddles. Like just in here, where all 4 of those districts meet. Fort Tempest is down here.
Okay. Oh, so that's not terrible. That's not bad as far as what
It's
it could
not
have been.
terrible. The problem is that you're taking a cart through the puddles. So as a reminder, the puddles is predominantly
Underwater.
underwater. Like, not quite Venice levels, but like, unless your house is on stilts, everything that was at one point ground level, including all of the major passable roads, are in like 3 to 8 inches of water in varying places. And just depending on the local conditions, you gotta weave and bob around to actually be able to make passage. So while distance-wise it's not that far, this trek as part of the column takes a good hour and a half. Especially because of the wounded and dead being carried. And you all draw the eyes of the crowds. A full unit of not the Puddle Guard, but the Star Watch, kind of the I don't think we actually talked about this, but the Star Watch, where each district has its own guard, like the Muckrakers, in the case of the Puddles. The Star Watch are kind of like the Marshals, like the U.S. Marshals. Maybe the FBI would be a better.
Yeah, are they the FBI? Are they the Absalonian police force?
I think the FBI would be a better analogy. And they are headquartered in Fort Tempest, the fort that they are currently taking the prisoner. Now, Uriel mentioned that after being processed at Fort Tempest, Flackfatter would be transferred to the puddles, or to the brines in the puddles, The brines being the, if you all remember from way back when, the brines is the largest prison in the puddles, run by one Lady Seicha of Cheliax. If anybody can tell me why you would know that, that'll be a hero point.
Lady Seicha?
Mm-hmm.
You knew that from the
Teveneg House, minor noble house from Cheliax. Start. Had to deal with the salt cartel. No,
No.
but it's House Teveneg.
No.
Teveneg.
House
it's
Seicha.
from the Boneyard House of the Plains. The Bendigo Avengers sponsor, Layla Skanderbar.
Warden of the Brine lives in the prison.
Layla
she
told
gave
us.
me an amulet. She gave Twinkletoes an amulet.
Oh, House Teveneg is the minor house. Yeah, I don't have notes about Lady Sage. I just have
No,
her.
Layla Skanderbar told her
No.
about Lady Sage.
Different. You're mixing NPCs.
Sorry.
You all heard of a group known as the Brine Guard in Princess Puddle's Royal Rumble.
Yes. That was my first guess. I just didn't say it. Because I was trying to remember the name of it.
And
We
the
also heard about the
reason,
Salt Cartel, which was related to her.
one of the big things that might pop out to you is that those guard.
Warden and operator of the Brine, offshoot of royal family from Cheliax. The Brine
Yeah.
is the place for life sentences.
Yes.
But, okay.
But on top of that, the fact that an entire group of guards was participating in a highly illegal fighting pit in the puddles means that those of you who are aware of the reputation might have mixed feelings about the situation that he will inevitably end up in. But that is for contemplation at a later date. Perhaps your tired minds aren't making those connections quite yet. As you all pull up to the gatehouse on the outskirts of the puddles that leads into Fort Tempest, though there have been no incidents, again, you have felt the eyes of the crowds watching you, feeling the whispers behind hands to obscure. This odd feeling of being outside in the sunlight after 72 hours cooped up in Hunting Lodge 7, just to be a subject of curiosity passing in the streets. You pull up to the gatehouse, and Oriel walks around, opens up the carriage, and says, "All right, this is as far as you all can go. We appreciate your services. We were able to scrounge this together," and he pulls out a medium-sized, like, leather satchel, and hands it to you. You being whoever is willing to take it.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Fearon will. I assume he said he's like opening the door, so he's like talking
Yes.
into the cart. I
Yes.
picture. Yeah, Fearon will reach out and take it and like shoot a quick look at Bastro when Oriel says like this is as far as you can go. So he'll take the coins and sort of hold them and then look at Bastro like, do we trust this?
Bastro's just gonna nod. I think Bastro would be trusting of this because at this point, why not? Like he has no other reason not to. He has to get out It's only us two, right? It's not Jonas. Jonas stays in the
No,
cart.
Jonas is still
like,
staying in the cart. Yeah.
You and me are in the cart with Jonas.
Right, I know that. Yeah. Hmm.
It's basically like you can't go in here because you're not Star Watch
Yeah.
and you're not on trial.
He will. Fearon will look at this guy, and just
You
say,
get a sense motive.
sure, yeah, sure. Fearon will sense motive.
Bastard will too.
What's your perception modifiers?
Oh,
that's right.
plus 24 now if it's sight based. Plus 23 if not sight based.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. It's gonna be solid 19.
You can tell that if he were hiding anything, it would be very difficult for him to hide it behind the look of shock. Like he has this kind of like mask that he's trying to keep together. But as he's talking to you, like maybe little cracks in his voice, you can hear the exhaustion even after just that one fight, and the loss that is weighing on him right now as he's coming back with a dozen dead guard on the heels of securing one of the most high-profile prisoners to ever be captured in Absalom. This is bittersweet for him, and you don't think that he would be, if he were hiding anything, it would be hidden behind just that loss for him.
Auriel, do not listen to a word this man says. He will speak to you in your mind. Do not listen to a word he says, and swear to me this will be dealt with. We've been through too much for him to go missing, vanish, or for you to betray your oath to the city.
No, not to worry. I'm just getting him into the cell. No. The Grand Council will be taking care of all of the investigation in terms of the questioning. I've been informed that the first Spell Lord will be personally seeing to the questioning.
Can I do a recall knowledge on that?
Sure.
$32 society.
Yeah. So the Grand Council is like a very small governing body for a city of this size. Most of the we've talked a little bit about it before. Pretty much all of the day-to-day administration is done by the Low Council, which is basically representatives, like parliamentary representatives of each
district,
quarter or district, like representing and managing themselves. And it's better to think of each of those as states and the High Council as the federal government, because they really do all have their own individual stuff going on. Like they have taxes and tariffs on inter-quarter trade. They have different laws on the books, and each district is run slightly differently at the Low Council level. The High Council is really just like 15 people. It's the acting Primarch, in this case, who serves as kind of the speaker of the house, if you will, in terms of just organizing and being kind of a focal visual leader. But then there's also all these, like the captain of the Star Watch, the chancellor of the Execure, the commander militant, the diplomatic minister, the first lady of laws, and then there are the spell lords. There are 4 spell lords, each pertaining to a different aspect, but they are essentially the most powerful mages in Absalom. The first spell lord serves on the High Council and is the spell lord who is just directly assigned to the Primarch. Like, they don't have any other duties besides assisting the Primarch and doing whatever the Primarch is doing. The reason that the previous Primarch abdicating in mysterious circumstances was such an issue was because he was both Primarch and first spell lord. That was Lord Geyer of Gix. So him going missing, and the first spell lord is like the most powerful mage, like bar none, biggest guy in Magic in Absalom. So he was both the Primarch, the ruler of the guide of the High Council, and the most powerful magical guy in Absalom. Just up and went missing.
That for him.
Yes.
Not good.
Big bad. Big bad.
As of right now, Garethol Bright Eyes, who you saw briefly in the Irorium, is the current first spell lord. And you would assume that the commander of the Star Watch is one of the members of the High Council. And again, they are positioned here. That would be Acelia, Lady Acelia of Geyer. Just realized that she has a similar name to the previous Primarch. Interesting. So yeah, that's Acelia. And then also probably Winsel Starborn would have some interest in the interrogation of this prisoner. But the Grand Council is taking over the investigation and the questioning of this prisoner. But that'll be led by the first spell lord, who is, like, again, the big guy in terms of magic.
Okay.
Viren, I think after Oriel said the Grand Council bit, he has this bag of coins or whatever it is, gold, and will just, like, sort of hand, like, elbows on his knees and just, like, nod to Oriel and then kind of stare off into the ground. Just like, I feel sort of defeated in this moment. Like, just take him and go.
Yeah, Basser will follow.
Oh, hold on, because in the message you got, didn't the fella say that we're not supposed to let him out of our sight?
Don't let him out of your sight. Slight hiccup. I don't know where I am. Don't let him out of your sight, were the words of Harlow Dolene.
Surely he anticipated for these people to come in his stead. The Starguard being the reputable organization that it is.
Just wondering if we should be waiting for this first spellord fella.
Does Oriel have any reaction to that?
Oh, were you, like, saying that out loud? I thought you were, like, conversing with each other.
I imagine we're having this conversation, like, at the mouth of the cart, like, with Oriel right there, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah, if he's right there, spoke to Harlow.
I didn't. I can't do the whole magic thing.
When did you speak to him?
Before we fought that death guy.
Only
How long
that was
before?
like a couple hours before, right?
It would have been between. It would have only
Just
been.
after the time was supposed to come for us to hear
Oh,
from
right,
him.
yeah. So it's only minutes.
You saw
at
him
more?
and spoke to him.
No.
It was a spell, a sending spell. We sent a message to Harlow, and Harlow responded.
What did he say again? Because I didn't get the message back.
Don't let him out of your sight. Slight hiccup. I don't know where I am. Don't let him out of your sight. Meaning,
I feel like also Fearon would know that the range for sending is planetary, so it means he's not like shunted to another plane. He's on
Yeah.
Galarian.
That would have been maybe only an hour after we realized he was missing. Once we realized he was gone, he was supposed to lead the expedition to retrieve Blackfetter.
I wonder if you might procure another sending to be able to reach out to him and make sure it's okay.
that would go a long way to assuage our nerves for the massive trouble we've been in.
I assure you that once we have Blackfetter secured, that finding Commander Dolin will be of an utmost priority.
No, Oriel, you misunderstood my friend here. Before we hand him off, I believe my very large and imposing friend is saying, can you get a sending scroll to give to us?
We should very much like to
Confirmation
report to
from-
Harlow about these affairs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you want me at the gates of the
Well,
Tempest
just because
Keep
you're telling us to get out
to
when we were
leave
told
my
explicitly.
duty without
No.
the direct command of my superiors to run into the city using taxpayer money to find a scroll for you.
Doesn't
That-
have to be you.
The last part, yes, absolutely. It does not have to be you that does it.
I'm sorry, I don't understand why after all of this that you are not
Because
allowing.
we were told by your direct superior to not let him out of our sight, and now you're telling us to let him out of our sight when we were told by your direct superior not to.
I can't imagine that he wasn't worried about what would happen since he didn't know the contingency plan for his capture.
Then wouldn't it
Fearon was all ready to let him go, and now Fearon's like back on the nah, fuck this guy train.
It would seem you don't have the authority to override Harlow's direct order to us.
We were under the
We-
impression that we could go in the
Are
entire
you
way
directly
until...
interfering in the enacting of the Star Watch's duty to apprehend this prisoner?
No, we are acting within our purview as directed by Winsel Starborn
There is
themselves.
one reason in which you would enter this keep if you are not Star Watch, and that is under arrest.
I'd like to see that in writing, personally.
You can see it from the inside of a cell if you don't allow us to continue.
That's fine.
Very well. If you would be so kind as to manacle yourselves, and he opens the door again.
I don't think that's how our rest works.
Yeah. Can we quick talk? What's the end goal here? Are we like going in the same cell with him? Is that the goal here?
Dude, let us.
Like,
I don't have
I don't think I'm
care
crazy.
so
Like,
much about it.
No,
like, to
No,
do-
I don't want to. I don't trust this guy at all. Like the guy,
even within his own due process, like his superior gave us an order.
Yeah.
So we have to follow that order. He doesn't have the authority to just tell us to let this guy go.
Yeah, that's.
I agree.
yeah.
No, I'm game. I'm game.
All right, guess we're going in.
Boy, this is a lot more. I just met these guys. All right, let's go, fellas.
Okay.
Sheethra pokeballs into the hosteling statuette that I have. And she goes on around my neck, and then we will submit ourselves for capture.
Okay. You are all asked politely, as they aren't particularly keen on trying to force you necessarily after seeing what you can do, into the carriage to be manacled. All of you are. I guess one of you isn't, but they have handcuffs.
I wouldn't fit in the handcuffs.
Oh, they have
My
multi-sized handcuffs. This is a very diverse
my
city.
wrist is this big around.
Yeah, and they could manacle an ogre if they needed to.
Okay.
Uh,
I can also chain your elbows to the chair.
That's true.
they then escort you in. You all ride like 2 minutes after the gate is open through the courtyard. You see like the back of the gate as it closes before you are pulled into a little way station. These two large wooden double doors like kind of close behind as a number of Starwatch encircle the cart. The back door is opened. Your manacles, those of you who are manacled to the actual cart itself, are unmanacled and then remanacled in chains, individual chains, and brought out where, unless you all are protesting, all of your items and equipment are going to be confiscated.
Absolutely not. What are you doing? No. No.
Astro doesn't like that either.
No. Hold on.
Surely you understand that after choosing to come in here under arrest, we cannot allow you to keep.
Is this Oriel talking to us?
Yes, this is Oriel talking
Okay.
to you. You
Real,
must.
we've not
Surely
yet heard
you
from you.
understand that you are asking to be knocked right the fuck out, mate.
Can
Like,
Bastro make a diplomacy before we start cussing him out?
Oh, it's far too late for that. I'm sorry.
Well,
You can roll one
Bastard.
now. However, you are under arrest.
Real, you've yet to respond to our statements that your direct supervisor is 1, missing, and 2, given us an order that supersedes any authority that you have, even within your own guard.
And Kashak is saying this very loudly to the crowd of Starguard that is standing around him in a ring.
You seem
You
to
are-
misunderstand the chain of command. Winsel Starborn, the acting Primarch of this city, has ordered us to bring this man under arrest and put him in the cells below so that he might be interrogated by the first Spell Lord. Dolene Harlow, his right-hand man and a commander in the Starwatch, was tasked with carrying that mission out. The absence of Harlow does not necessitate the ceasing of the mission.
What proof do you have that
right.
Winslow has
Wait,
given you this
hold
order?
hold on, because, like, from what these fellas have told me, Winsel Starborn also ordered them to hold this guy hostage. Well, not hostage, but, like,
Yes.
protect him or whatever. In the meantime, so they were under his custody until Harlow came to pick him up, which Harlow did not do. So they are still under, this guy is still under their custody from your direct superior and his direct superior, Starborn himself. I don't know anybody's names.
And
I'm
you
not-
would understand the consequences if we were to fail in this mission and perhaps give him to someone who's unqualified.
And what would be the consequences of you all murdering us in your attempt at justice? Because there are, again, two options. You leave or you become arrested and interred into the cells.
Where did
I'm
murder come
very
into that?
confused.
Because
Yeah.
you will have to murder all of us to keep us from putting you in the cells.
Oriel. We have done nothing to lead you to believe that we are going to be violent. In fact, we've done the quite opposite. We understand you need to place us under arrest. Leave us with our belongings is
You
what we are
Do
asking.
not understand what arrest means then.
No, we don't understand what authority you carry with Winston Starborn. May we speak with him?
Yes, we immediately demand an audience with your superior.
I cannot allow people who have been arrested to meet with the Primarch of Absalom, so heavily armed and armored.
That's the
Hey, guys.
craziest thing you've said ever.
Yeah.
I
Hey
collapsed
guys,
my
are we
armor.
about to knock this? Are we about to knock this guy out? Because I'm getting close to casting some spells.
Oriel, you understand that we have been taking everything on your word of mouth up to now, and we have been given direct orders from people much higher than you, so please, at least one piece of documentation that may prove that you're not full of shit would be much appreciated. We met you about 15 minutes ago. We don't know
And
who
by the
you
way,
are.
we saved you from the literal avatar of death.
Which
you
in
This is
working-
why I'm
forget
so
that?
confused as to why you are not letting us carry out our duty.
Because everything we've run against in the last 24 to 72 hours has been
Mostly
operated
just
by
that
the
we
god
don't
of
understand
secrecy
why
and
we can't
lies.
come. Why can't we
Lying,
come with
killing
you?
us.
It's really just the why can't we come with you?
I don't know what side
See
I
him
should
into
be.
the cell. Why can't we just come with you and see him into the cell? That's the real question. Why can't
How
we just come
often
with
are you as a civilian allowed to walk on to a highly secure military base?
How
How many
often are
civilians
civilians
do you
asked to
know who
secure
can
and
do what we
protect?
can do?
That is outside of the point.
If you are asking us as civilians to check our weapons as we are escorted not under arrest while we see this prisoner escorted safely to his cell, that's another story.
Did we check in the bag? Is there like a note in the bag saying like, "Hey, this is all
What
good"?
bag?
No, we didn't.
The bag that he
Oh,
gave
no.
you.
Yeah, I'm not looking in that thing, and because he's about to confiscate it for one. Yeah, this is crazy.
Well, see if it's like old platinum, and if it's old platinum, I can be bought like
Firin tosses the
No.
bag to Diana. Oriel, are we about to have a problem? Because we've made our position very clear here.
And I made my position very clear.
I think at this point, Bastard's going to step between Firin and Oriel. He's going to look at Firin and just be like, think about very carefully what we're doing here.
If you all are to be on these premises, not as part of Starwatch, then I cannot allow you to be in such a highly secured facility.
induct us into the Cell Watch real quick then.
No,
Just
we
do that.
removed that framing from the adventure.
Listen, we're this far in.
Where are
Let's
we?
make us apprentices real quick or something.
Like quite literally, where are we?
We're inside.
But like how deep? Like 10 feet in the doorway? Like in the bowels
No,
already?
you all are like in like the front of the keep. So there's like a bunch of outbuildings inside of the fort that you see here. Then there's the big ass keep at the southern wall. And you are now inside the keep. The doors of the keep have closed, and you are surrounded by Starwatch.
Oh, all right. If we're
Can
in
we
the
have a
keep, that
quick
feels a
out of
bit
character
better.
conversation, or are
I'm
we
just
bullet timing
trying
this?
to understand why this guy is being so obstinate to just giving us the any one single piece of evidence
No,
that proves he's actually who he
because
says he is,
the
or
longer
that he
this goes
actually
on-
has these orders
yeah,
from Starborn.
the longer this goes on, the more I'm convinced he's
I
lying.
get more and more suspicious that he's some agent of Norgorber. Every single sentence that comes out of his mouth that's not, here's
Yep.
the paper that Winslow Starborn
Same.
signed.
Same.
I am blown away that this guy has not, like, at any point stopped us from being complete dicks.
We are right next to Jonas, right? Like we're sort of in like this grouping with like Jonas,
As
right?
far as I'm aware, you guys have not gotten out of the carriage yet.
Oh, we're still in the carriage. Oh, that's what I was asking. Okay, so we're still there. We have like these manacles that they've like tossed to us, but we're not manacled yet. We're like having this conversation. Okay.
I don't have direct means of communication with Winsel.
Normally you can figure it out.
Firin looks at Kashak very intently.
Kashak's at 50 hit points.
Would you prefer?
It doesn't need to be pulling guns. It just needs to be you.
No.
personally. Like,
Would you
it's-
prefer to speak with the Lord Commander of the Star Watch? Would that assuage your fears?
It'd be better than talking to you, Oriel.
Who does the Lord Commander of the Star Watch report to?
Technically, nobody.
What?
She's on the High
What is happening in this city?
She's on the High Council. The High Council are like even.
Is she fucking man? What is happening?
Yeah, bring us the fucking Star Lord.
Yes.
Who's the
Bring it.
chairman of the High
Lord.
Council?
No,
The Primarch. But that is
She reports to the Primarch.
report is a strong word. They don't have a direct superior.
it's like the board of directors, and then there's the CEO who technically
Yeah.
works for the board of directors. Like that's
Like
how
the
I'm envisioning
Primarch
this.
is not above anybody. They just
Yeah.
are like the tiebreaker votes and like
yeah.
set the schedule for business and things like that. But like
Bring us.
We would like to talk to the Star Lord, lady.
Yes.
we're just gonna end it here.
I feel like we made this a lot more difficult than it had to be.
Hey
I
man,
don't-
the last 3 days have been hell.
I don't think so. I'm
I'm glad that I
serious.
have instilled so much paranoia in you all.
An unbelievable amount. Just
however-
an
Avatar of
unbelievable
death,
amount.
Now it's annoying. No, I'm kidding. Hey. You weren't supposed to meet her for at least 2 books, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna end there. I'm gonna try to figure this out for next week.
That was fun.
See you guys next time.